Who's making a racket over here? Holy cow. Welcome back to Boisterous Cock Farmstead. So today's a little bit of a different subject matter. It actually has to do with a specialty tool that I'm going to try to use to help me to get some free lumber. With lumber prices being where they are, there's just certain things that aren't worth paying premium. In my mind, they're not worth paying the premium for the lumber for. But if I break down some pallets, I've got plenty of reclaimed lumber that I can use to make some of these projects. And the next one that I'm going to be doing is actually the cat shelter. So if you haven't already, click subscribe to our channel, click the bell notification so that you're notified when we have upcoming content, and that video should be following shortly. So what I've got here is I've got a box that I have not opened yet. So we'll do an unboxing, and it is a quote-unquote pallet buster type tool. And I'll leave a link in the description for the one that I actually bought if you guys want to get the same one, or if you want to compare it to some of the other ones and buy one that works for you. This one I thought offered the best overall options for the money, and I could be right, I could be wrong, but we'll open it up, we'll put it together, and we'll put it to use. Alright, so opening it up, breaking the seal. So what we've got on top here, so we've got a 3-piece handle construction, bubble wrap, that's good. Pretty basic assembly, should be pretty straightforward. This one actually comes with a nail nipper. Not sure those will be even useful, but for clipping the heads off of nails if you need to. And then we've got the head. Make sure I'm not missing any. Alright, so we've got a clip for the bottom. So this is the Molo Max. Overall, it looks like it's got decent welds on it, but we'll put that to the test here. And then there's a couple bolts and nuts for the top portion. So it goes bolt, bolt, and then clip for the bottom, attaching it to the head. There's the handle. These bottom two should be the same. But they're not. So we've got a tapered end here, we've got a tapered end here. See if our diagram shows which one's supposed to go. So we go the no taper on the bottom. And it's pretty tight fit with the powder coating or paint, whatever they've got on here. I'd like to see a nylock nut here, but that's an easy enough fix. I might even have some somewhere. Get that out of the way. And then this is supposed to, there we go. So that went in fairly well. So it looks like they give you an extra clip. It went in too well. There we go. Yeah, so that's, other than tightening it up here, which I've got a pair of pliers, but I don't have anything to hold the other end. So only a couple minutes to assemble it with talking to you guys. One of the reasons why I got this one, although it does have some wiggle in the handle, I wanted to be able to break it down all the way, so that's a personal preference. So feel free to get one that has a solid handle if you feel like you need that. And we'll put that extra clip in the box for now. Pliers in there. All right, let's go test this thing out. All right, so I just pulled the pallet off the top of the pile. Didn't get picky to figure out which one was the best condition or anything. We're just gonna get into this here, see how it does. Alright, so that was pretty minimal effort. I'll say that there was already damage on this side of this slat, and this one just pulled through, but there was very minimal strain on the board itself. And these are slightly spiraled, but they're not like the aggressive spiraled nails. So this one's not damaged here. Well, that was right on a knot and it cracked where the knot was. This wood is really brittle though on this particular pallet. So this is super dry wood. It's been out in the elements for probably a year and a half or so. So it's actually a pretty good one to start with. Now that one I just kind of eased it up. Yeah, so this, I would say the problem that I'm having is actually with the quality of the wood more than anything. That one did leave one where it split here. The board split, but this is really bone dry wood. You can even see it's got a, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's got a curve in it too, which usually means it's got all the moisture sucked out of it. But These nails came out pretty clean. These came out clean. This one just cracked right there. So that one's for the very brittle pallet. I've got some other pallets that are a little bit more sturdy built, so I'm going to try to search for one of those and grab it out. And maybe try to find one that has some hardwood as well and break that one down. Alright, so this pallet actually has solid 2x4s on the runners here. So I want that for the construction of this cat house that I'm going to do. So we'll break this one down. This one's also really, really dry. I can tell just by hearing the wood on it. But we'll try this one too. Try not to crack the board here. These actually have 3 nails on each point as well. Let's see if I can get this. Well, this side doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. So that one's in good shape, although the wood's really warped. So I'd say on this one, what I would do, how I would attack this one now is I would do each side first. And then do the middle. So that one came up a lot better. So I would say, I mean, I don't really have to exert all that much force. I mean, you can see I'm trying to be ginger with it. I don't want to yank on it too much and fall off the pallet either, but that one is the wood, I would say, giving out. Yeah, so that's really, really dry wood. So I would say all in all, a lot of it's going to come down to your quality of your pallets. If you just get a bunch of junk pallets, or in my case, these have been out here at least a year and a half, because they're left over from when I built my big chicken coop back in June of 2019. So they've been out sitting in the heat and the dry for over a year and a half. So to give this a really good test for me, I'd need to go pick up some new pallets, but there is, with this one, I can feel there is a little bit of a wiggle in the handle. To some of you guys, it kind of just feels like how loose a hydraulic jack, like a floor jack handle would feel. Where it's plenty secure, but it just kind of has a little bit of wiggle to it. and the head seems plenty strong. There were a few of those nails that were rusted up pretty good in there, and they broke loose, or the wood broke because it was brittle. Now I believe that this same brand actually has a flange on the back that has a little nail removing tool. It was like, I don't know, 10-15 bucks more or something like that, but it seemed like it would get in the way more than it would help. And I've got a big wrecking bar, so I'm not too worried about if I need to pull nails. I could pull the nails. But that's the idea, is that in the past what I've done is I've cut these off with a reciprocating saw, and you can't always get a good angle, and then the problem is it leaves the metal in the wood. So if you're trying to cut stuff later, you may run into a nail here and there. And I'm going to try to open up a bunch of different DIY uses for pallets and things like that, and I don't want to have nails that I'm dealing with, especially if I'm going to be sanding or planing down the wood. But anyway, so this is the Molomax pallet breaker. Again, I'll leave a description, or leave a link in the description. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already, and click the bell notification so you're notified of any future videos. And as always, thanks for joining us, and God bless. Who's making a racket over here? Holy cow. Found a clutch of eggs there at the end. So they had actually laid in that thing a while back, and I checked it for a while, and then they weren't laying in it, and now they started laying in it again. So I'll have to give those eggs to the pigs. No telling how long those have been out there.
Yeah, there. Hey there, buddy.
Okay, we're rolling. Whatever.
Okay. Here you go. Here. Let's go, Farmstead.
Watch out for the teeth.
There you go. Well. There you go, little man. I couldn't get your mouth to fry. So we'll just do this. Y'all something big. There. I'll count. I can't believe how big pumpkin is. Whoops. I don't have no more. I'll go. I'll go. You lost weight there, buddy. Yeah, you lost weight.
I told you he was svelte.